Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, After Dark. Welcome in. Michelle, how are you? Caroline, welcome. No Filter. Jocelyn, welcome in. She got discontinued? Shocking. Shocking. It's amazing because, all the shit that she's spewing over there, she must have gotten a violation warning and didn't, reset like I did. Because I'm telling you, when that stuff happens now, I'm gonna go off and restart because, if you do stay on and they hit you for another violation, you get pulled. So, I'll be doing that from now on. Welcome in Wednesday, Misty. How are you? Scam Slam. Welcome in. Welcome in. Scam, I sent you an invite up here if you'd like to come up. Welcome in. Hey,
Hello.
Scam, are you jealous of my house? Tell me the truth.
I mean, I have my own house,
Who
so
says that shit? I mean, seriously.
I mean, she's not making the situation any better by lamenting about how broke she has been for years or whatever. I don't know.
Right. And bringing up and flexing that you have somebody's personal information and you're talking about their house. I mean, remember, this is the same person who, hold on a minute. This is the same person who, when Sunshine threatened to dox me, said, I don't believe in this. I don't do this stuff, but in the case with Scammyclaus, yeah, I support it. But now she's completely changed her view on it, and now she's threatening with it. So that's weird, Pammy. The other thing I thought was weird, how she was like almost flexing that she used to be in three groups, circles of people, and now she's not. Again, that's a weird flex. You don't go around saying that people have shunned you out of multiple groups now. Obviously, it's got to be something that you're saying or doing that is causing the rift between a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, she's saying a lot of it on her live streams. I mean, the things that she's saying about people has been very problematic for a long time,
Yep.
and I think people, her friends, tried to stick by her. This is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like her friends did try to stick by her and support her despite what she was doing, but it got to a point where they just couldn't do that anymore. They reached their breaking point.
Yep. That's generally what happens. That happens to a lot of people on this app. You find out about somebody that you were friends with, and you have to kind of draw that line in the sand with what you can accept still from somebody. What morally you can stand by. And it sounded like these people found out something and they couldn't do it anymore. That happens to all of us. It's happened to all of us on multiple occasions, with different people.
Absolutely.
But again, and you and I agree on this, and there's a lot of people in here when you and I discussed this a couple of days ago. The information that you and I are going to put out again tonight, the stuff that we found, the inconsistencies that we found, led us to believe that there was something fishy going on. Okay. The information. Okay. The information, some of the information that Sunshine put out about Pam gave credence to some of the questions that we had. Did it make me feel like there's more to it than we knew? Yes. But do we have any proof of that? No. And until there is actual proof that's released on both ends, I'm still going to believe that there's something fishy about all that, but to what extent is going to be based on any other proof that comes out.
Right. And she was saying, she was kind of mocking whoever had contacted the FBI, saying that the FBI is going to ask for proof. I mean, they may ask for proof if someone has it. If someone says, "Oh, I have proof," they'll say, "Send it to me." But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to rely on the caller or the reporter for all the evidence. Right? They're the FBI. They're
That's what
literally the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
investigation
So
exactly.
if they get a inquiry that seems like there could be something credible to it, they are going to do the investigation and they are going to get the evidence themselves. They are the ones that are going to do that. If someone contacts the FBI, they don't have to have proof of every single thing. If they believe, if they reasonably believe that there is something going on, the FBI will investigate it and get all of that evidence themselves. They don't ask the caller or the reporter or the public to gather up all the information and all the evidence
And then
and
we'll decide
basically
on
do
it.
the work of the FBI. Like, no.
No, what they would do is, they would take the information down from the caller, but not use that. Like Snark's trying to say that that's what the prosecution would use against her. No, what they would do is they use that as a starting point, and then if they feel like there's anything credible there, they will investigate it and they'll pull all of her financial records. They'll find out the money trail. They'll follow the money trail to the end. And then if they feel like something illegal has gone on, then they will press charges based on that. And that's the proof they're going to use.
Absolutely. They're not going to ask the citizen who's calling to get all the financial proof and do and record of all the conversations and communications and the transactions and all that. They're going to get that themselves.
Right. And, again, one of the things that I will say that Sunshine said that was 100% the truth is that, and I know people that have reported Pam for this, people that come into my life, and the same thing happened where they contacted the FBI, and the FBI did send them to Homeland Security.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. So, do I feel like Sunshine has knowledge of how to report something like this? Yes, because that's exactly what happened to people I know that reported her. And we're talking a couple months ago. So, in that respect, Sunshine is absolutely spot on with that.
Yeah, and she doubled down on the fact that she's not going to show any proof, not even to the donors. Says that they don't deserve any proof of anything. That's just wild to me.
And let's hypothesize why that is. Okay, either number one, the money is going somewhere where it shouldn't, meaning overseas, to somebody that might be questionable as to their ties to anything. That's why she doesn't want to show it. Or to a lesser degree, she's taking money and she is financially gaining from it. That's the only reasons why you wouldn't show it.
Or a combination of both of those things.
Right? Right?
Both of those things.
Right? Right? I mean, there was proof shown that somebody bought her a pair of translation headphones. So we know she financially gained, an item based on what she was doing. She didn't pay for it; somebody else did. There were allegations that people sent her money for, getting her dog, paying her bills. I haven't seen any hardline proof of that, but I have seen proof about the headphones for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And there was other proof shown that, transactions to Pam. So I mean, there has been money or items that have gone to her that have been enwrapped in this whole thing. So, you know, again, people don't show receipts because they're hiding something. And anybody on here that's called out for shit like that, if they're not doing anything that could be suspect, they would show it. And I felt that from the beginning of this. From the beginning. So, she can, again, she can threaten as she did earlier. To me, that's fine. Wouldn't be the first time, and I'm sure it's probably not going to be the last time. But again, people do that as a way of trying to make people stop doing a behavior that usually pinpoints them, and they're trying to get the heat off of them, you know? Um, so, that's fine. Do it, because what will that entail? That'll entail, what is she going to say? I'm harassing her. Okay, so yeah, let's go to court and let me put out to a judge exactly what information I am putting out. Why is she mad? Because of this? Because of these GoFundMe's to people in a country that is war torn, that is being run by a T organization? And something that she said today, that was interesting. Okay. She said that people are saying that either Abood or Bilal are tied in with that H organization. That's not the case. That's not the case. It's not those two, it's somebody else in her orbit. So, she can, what she said today was the truth. It wasn't those two though. It's somebody else. So she can keep mixing her vegetarian word salad over there. But she's the heat is on her right now. She could say what she wants to, and she could say it doesn't bother her and all that, but it does. She's feeling the pressure, and eventually, somebody's got to show some proof about either way. Because the way I look at it, this has been going on now. Today is Thursday. Sunshine had her live on Saturday. Okay. So it's been 1, 2, 3, 5 days. 5 days, and nothing has been shown on either side. And my feeling is something needs to be something substantial needs to be shown soon, because the longer it waits for information to come out, the less credible it's going to seem. That's my opinion. You just can't say something like that and then weeks later come up with something. You can't do that. I mean, I would have thought that this information would have come out sooner than 5 days.
Yeah, same. I'm not sure what the delay is with being able to provide it. Again, I understand if certain things need to be redacted and such. That's understandable completely.
Welcome, Kimmy.
But other than that, I'm not sure what the delay is with, showing us something.
I mean, in the simplest terms, okay, when you come on any social media app and you try to rally up your supporters for their money for, it doesn't matter what reason, you better be transparent with that, regardless of what it is, whether it's, this whole thing going on in Gaza, whether it's collecting money because of the Texas floods, because collecting money for a hurricane victim, you need to be transparent with it. And people that are transparent never have these issues. She sent it to Virgo and is putting it together. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I honestly, Kimmy, I would like, was it Kimmy who said that? Let me just double, yeah. I would like to see it because what that would do is that would give more credence to what we have been saying now for a couple months. And to be fair, we haven't even discussed this. For a number of reasons. One of them being, the threat that Sunshine made towards me and my family. I mean, I'm not going to continue with something where it heightens the safety of my, not only my family but my siblings and my minor nieces and nephews. Obviously, I'm not here for that. Um, and I took a step away, and thankfully it was also during a time that Snark took a step away, so there was really no reason to talk about her. Um, but now I have Snark saying, "Oh, I have all your information." Who cares? I mean, I have your information too. I know where you live. You put it out there.
Yeah, she sure
you,
did. I mean,
you put it
she
out
provided
there.
turn by turn directions and her apartment number and very descriptive
Exactly.
information how to get to her house. I mean, that.
Welcome in, Guardians. Which, again, there's a lot of shit that goes on this app, but I'm telling you, to continually invite people to your house to get into a skirmish, shall we say, when you do have a minor child in your
And
house.
even dared them to bring a pew pew.
Right. It's just crazy. Hold on, wait a minute. I think my son just got home, which is crazy. Hold on. Oh, then we got a package. My son has a game today. That's why I kind of freaked out. I'm like, why is he home? He shouldn't be home. He should be after school. But
Well, and I don't know if you listened to her live at all after you left and you weren't
no, I
streaming.
didn't.
Yeah, I mean, some other guy came in the box, and I think he's kind of new. I think she just met him the other day. He's friends with those other guys. I think his name is Yusef.
Mm-hmm.
And she was acting. I mean, completely different.
Of
When
course.
we were listening to her, she was screaming, she was angry, she was unhinged.
Swearing, yeah.
He came in the box and Yusef, oh you
Did she
you
do that?
you
Hello, Yusef.
oh
Hello, Yusef.
you're
How are
also
you?
funny. Like, and she's changing her accent around again, and oh, it was just cringe,
Yeah,
cringe,
yeah.
and
Snark already is not perceived well by her local police department. Yeah,
Kimmy
I've heard.
says, Kimmy says, Sunshine said to check your email.
Ooh, I will do that right now while we're on. Thank you, Kimmy.
Yeah, she was changing her accent around and again and laughing. Like, her demeanor was completely different than in the beginning of that live stream. She was laughing and joking and saying how funny they all are and
You know
all of
what? I
that.
don't find anything funny about this. And hey, there's Ruby. I don't find it funny that of what's happening in Gaza. There's nothing funny about
No.
that. I don't find anything funny about the genocide going on there because there is. We've agreed on that for months.
There definitely is,
Um,
but they when she's live with them, they don't even really discuss that kind of stuff too much. Like, they're laughing and joking around, and the last live I did capture of a boots, and I haven't posted it because for some reason when I downloaded it, most of it is like frozen. So I was trying to convert it to a different through a different app so that the screen isn't frozen the whole time and you can actually see who's talking and what's going on. Laughing and joking. The one guy was putting a flower on the screen and saying it was a flower for one of the ladies, and then showed a bunch of the flowers. And then Abu didn't have any flowers, so he showed a little plastic plant. And they just thought that that was the most hilarious thing ever and laughed about it for 20 minutes about how hilarious all of that was. Like and she was talking about it again today, how hilarious that was. That like I don't get it, and that's what they're talking about and doing when there's all this supposed um, chaos, destruction, and war going on around them.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm looking at some. Huh.
In the meantime, if anybody's wondering what I'm doing, this is totally unrelated, but Jordan Paul got bit by her dog, and there's some
Oh.
issues going on there. And I'm getting ready to post her lives from last night and this morning. And trigger warning, I do have screenshots of the dog bite. It looks like she might even need stitches. It looks pretty bad. And she ended up locking that dog. She's staying in a hotel. She ended up locking that dog in the bathroom. And she doesn't trust the dog now and wants to get a muzzle for the dog. um yeah, so there's some serious stuff going on with Jordan Paul. So sorry to
No, no,
uh,
that's okay. I appreciate that because, I don't follow her all the time. I do watch her sometimes, but
yeah, it's bad. And also, on a side note, I just found out yesterday that Black Mamba, the scammer beggar,
yep, yep.
is literally only a few miles from me, like right in
Lucky
my area.
you.
Like, he was live talking about going to a grocery store the other day, and I know exactly what grocery store he's talking about, and I've been there many times. It is not far from where I live, and this is the first time I discovered this, and I'm like, oh wow, because yeah, we frequent the same places, so that's kind of
Wow.
scary.
Lucky you.
Yeah, yeah, lucky me. Yeah, right. I
Um,
was shocked, but anyway, yeah.
I will tell you a couple things. First of all, Guardians of Valor, I got your email. Thank you for that. I did get, I just received some receipts of money that Pam has been getting
Mm.
on the back end, not for anything in Gaza, but I'm getting receipts of money that people have sent her. Um, I'm looking at receipts of purchases for her, like short sleeve pullover, cleaning materials, a charger, laundry detergent, deodorants, apple cider vinegar shampoo. Yeah, sneakers. I'm assuming those are for her granddaughter. Sports bras, a kiddie pool,
Wow.
paper plates. Here's the headphones. Yeah, so definitely she's getting money.
Wow.
She's making money.
Well, and she mentioned that she had a Amazon wish list, I think, at some point, but I haven't been able to find that. I would love to see what's on that wish list.
I can I'll give you some of the here's some of the money here. This is in May 29th and going backwards in date, okay? This is money that was sent to her. $10, 200, 150, 50, 100, 20, 15, 200, 150, 50, 100, 20, 15, 15. That's February 22nd
And what are those? Are
to
those of
May 29th.
transactions from like
Yes.
a financial app like
Yes.
PayPal or something like
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yes. Those are transactions. Those are Venmo transactions between her and somebody else. So that's almost what? Let's see, 30, 350, 450, 550, 650, 750, 8, 1,000, and 10, 60, So that's over $1,000.
So
Over
someone
a
in the
thousand
comments
dollars.
is questioning the credibility of the source of this information. So are they questioning Venmo? Because Venmo seems like a pretty credible company.
And
Like
this
that's
is
the
a
original source, you know.
and I can tell you, I won't. I'm not going to show this now because I will redact her last name from here because I mean everybody knows what Pam's last name is, but I'm not going to show it again. So I will redact her last name and I will show it tonight with all of the transactions, and
Wow.
it absolutely shows it's her account. So I mean, you can't do that. Uh, who is Does anybody know what her dog's name is?
Who? I don't
You know what
know.
her dog's name is?
Has she mentioned her dog's name? Anybody know?
Yeah, guys, but I don't. Switzerland. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but yeah. Let's keep it respectful in here. Who? Well, I don't want to put this person's name out just
Someone
because.
said Sassy is the name of the dog. They're saying Sassy is the name of the dog.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to put. There's somebody's name in here. I don't want to put it out. Um, I don't want to put out anybody's information. But yeah, there was another message here from somebody that said that. So it looks like overall, with the stuff shipped to her, and I have it looks like Amazon, yeah, Amazon.com. With all of that she got, I mean, you're talking another $200 at least. So I mean, we're talking $1,200, $1,300 that she has financially gained from this.
If you want me to help add that up or calculate that, I can, as long as it's okay with Sunshine for you to like send me any of the screenshots. I'd be happy to calculate
No,
what I
I can
can.
do it. I can do it.
Okay.
I believe me. I trust you to the fullest. But I think the less hands this goes through, the better. You know.
Absolutely.
Um, so yeah, I will show these tonight redacted. But again, and this is Venmo. Okay, we know she also has a PayPal. How much has she collected on PayPal?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we were told by some of the donors that they sent directly to her PayPal.
no, Sunshine and Pam no longer have friends, or they're no longer friends, Switzerland. In a nutshell, Sunshine had a live on Saturday. And this is a nutshell. She came out and said that Pam found out that one of the people in her lives, reportedly from Gaza, is actually a member of that organization that is the ruling organization in Gaza right now, if you know what I mean. They start with H. According to Sunshine, yes, I do tropical. Well, I have some screenshots of tropical Sprite. I have screenshots of financial payments to a Venmo account. So in a nutshell, Sunshine said that Pam found out about this, but continued to ask people for donations for the GoFundMe's, to send gifts to these people during the lives. Reportedly, Sunshine said that there were a couple other people that were in this friend group that heard her say this, but Pam didn't tell everybody. And there were obviously some hurt feelings over that, and obviously more outrage because it was an organization that was receiving money from people in her lives.
The other thing about
Yes,
uh,
that is what's being reported. Now, again, this is something that Scam and I have thought for a while, and many other people that follow me. When we did our live that we are going to be re-airing tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, we had questions about a lot of stuff. Even before this information that Sunshine came out with, we thought that this whole thing with Pam was fishy. Listening to what Sunshine said, it kind of brings a little more credence to what we put out there. But again, I'm not going to say whether or not, what Sunshine has said is all of it is 100% because until that information comes out, and as everybody wants to see proof of it, then, I'm going to hold off on supporting that. Do I believe 100% that some of the stuff Sunshine has said is true? Yes, because of some of the things she said. I was told from people, and again, I've thought that one of the reasons why Pam doesn't want to show receipts is because she was getting money on the back end, and the receipts that I just received verify that.
Tech is asking to explain something. 2 seconds, she said. Also,
Absolutely.
a reason that would be good to see the PayPal is, or at least, I mean, I would be interested in seeing the transactions, the PayPal transactions received from TikTok. I mean, you receive TikTok gifts through PayPal. I don't know if it's going to her PayPal or someone else's PayPal, but that would be interesting to see because she claimed that the gifts she was getting, except for her birthday, of course, were going
She
to,
took a day off.
yeah, we're
People
going to
weren't
be going,
starving.
we're going to be going to this cause.
People weren't starving or being unalived on her birthday because it was a worldwide holiday, so she could take a day off there.
Right, right. I'm
Hey, Tech,
surprised. I'm
Tech, I just,
surprised she wasn't one of those people, promoting things because it was her birthday month.
right, right. Hey, Tech, before you start, I just want to say that hands down, if we were going to bet on on an app in terms of who wins head to head in a fight, you have our support.
Oh shit! Yeah, look, I just breezy down in the chat. I need to explain this, and I explained this to I think here once before, and I don't know if it's a nationwide thing because Social Security is federal, right? But
Right.
I don't know if it's a PA thing or if it's across the board. But when you are getting SSI, because a child doesn't have a work history, so they don't
Right.
get
So
the
the
disability,
SSDI.
right?
Right.
They get the SSI.
Right.
If it goes by the child's parents' income. So
Right.
if the parents aren't making anything, they'll get their full check. If the parents start making something and they're out of the household, yeah, it might affect the child. But she can make 50K a month and it won't affect it unless she's on it herself, which I don't know none of that business. I don't even care to know. But it won't affect her. And you keep saying it does, it will, it won't.
Well, I don't know.
Whatever
I know
claims it
somebody that
gets, it has to
I'm
claim
in
it.
PA, and
Yeah.
I know somebody that got that for their child, and the amount was just adjusted every month. Like,
They're the parent, right? They're the
yeah,
parent.
the parent, he had to show his pay stubs every
Yeah.
month, and the amount got adjusted every month as to what amount he got for the child, and it wasn't that much because he did work.
But there's
Um,
there's custody. She's not the birth child of that. So right now, if you are raising your grandchild, your niece, your nephew, and that child gets an income, they pay a third of the rent. They are supposed to pay a third of the bills, or half the bills if they're only living with one grandparent or two grandparents. Whoever, how many other household there is, it shows you how to show what they pay towards the monthly bills. So they're, in a sense, their own. I don't know what the wording.
I understand what you're saying, but I mean,
Recipient, yeah.
the fact is that she
No, not
doesn't
the
work.
authorized pay, not the authorized payee. It's not the authorized payee. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So,
Well, I don't know if you don't want to answer questions, don't answer them. You know what I mean?
right.
But does Pam doesn't work? I
Oh,
mean,
I don't know. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I mean, to me, it's pretty obvious that, she's on in the middle of the day. And, all of us that have kids, we know our kids come home in the afternoon after school. So, it looks to me pretty obvious she doesn't work. And, if there is this thing about 1/3 of the money has to go for X, Y, and Z, it seems as though all the money is going towards X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I don't. Breezy, if you know that there are payees that are not related, there's companies that they do that. They're people with mental health issues, and they get assigned a payee. That payee takes care of bills, make sure that they allot that person money. That person's income that's getting the money is not based off of what that payee is, what that payee makes. It's a representative payee. That's what she
My
is.
daughter,
Her income
my
does not
daughter
include.
gets, yeah, well, I don't know if it's different in Pennsylvania. It might be, but my daughter gets SSI. And you assign somebody, usually it's the parent, but if they're, if they're in the custody of someone else, they would be the assigned payee. But every month I have to go onto an app and claim my income for that month.
Yeah,
And
you're
if
the
it's over a
parent.
certain amount,
You're the
then it
parent, though.
deducts from it.
Right. Now,
You're the parent.
so she's only the guardian right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how that all, she didn't birth, and I hate to even be sitting over here talking about her kid, but she didn't
No,
birth the
I know.
child. I'm
It's
just,
not.
she,
It's not. She
yeah,
said it multiple times. Tex. She said that it's her
she didn't
daughter's.
birth her. Now,
Right.
if say hypothetical, her daughter takes money or starts making money, good money, then yeah, it's the parent of the child's income, not
Right.
the guardian, not it's
Right.
the
Because
parent.
she doesn't have legal. She's not. She doesn't have legal custody.
She
If
has
she
it
had
through the
legal
courts, I'm
custody,
sure. Yeah, through the courts, she has to because she wouldn't have been able to get her in school. So yeah, and I helped her, and I was years ago. I helped her with the paperwork, and then I didn't show up for court with her, but she went to court. So there's that. But she in
Yeah.
PA, if it goes by the parent's income.
Maybe different in PA. I know
So
here how
yeah,
they
maybe.
explained it to me. Yeah, how they explained it to me is like whoever the payee is, and you can assign a different payee if there's some reason, but if the payee is the one who does the income verification and income claims because they're the ones responsible for the child, like paying the bills for the child stuff.
Right.
So their income is what matters here. So like say if my daughter was in the custody of my parents, that they would transfer the payee to them because she's in their custody, and then they would claim their income because they're the ones supporting her. Now, I don't know if it's different PA,
That
and I don't know the situation with like
Right.
co-parents and stuff, if they financially, so there may be differences there, but as far as like in my state, that's how it works. And, so
Lena said it right there. Lena, if she would adopt her, then she would have to put her
exactly.
income in. But that's just the way it is. And I know I've seen that. I'm just trying to rectify that. Like I said,
Yeah, I get it.
she's gonna be pulling up to my house here real soon, I'm sure.
No, she
but-
wants you to pull up.
No.
No, I ain't fucking.
She's not going anywhere.
Nah, I ain't. Shit. She's been saying
You
that
saw
for
her
a
give out
couple
her
years now.
address, didn't you?
Huh?
You saw her give out her address and directions. to
Yeah,
her
she gave her
house
directions
online,
and then
didn't
said she was gonna have the lady arrested. You gave her directions
Crazy.
to your house. Like what?
you? And told her to bring a weapon. Like said, you better bring a weapon. Like, why? Who does that?
Tech, did you hear her threaten me today?
Right now, unalive both of us, so I get it.
No, she said she has all my information now.
Oh, well, she said that I'm next and that she's going to make a few phone calls. Her and Sunshine both were over there in a box one time talking about my IRS, my disability. That she talked about all my checks that I got coming in here. I like how you know what I got coming in here. And yeah, I had some friends help me on the back end. That's why I don't really care about nothing that anybody sent her. If they sent her some stuff, they sent it to her because they wanted to. Now, as far as this Gaza shit and the fundraiser side, that should have already been handled and shown. If
Right.
you're doing an active online, I did it, and what did I do? I showed all the fucking receipts.
Yep.
Now, am I gonna, I did 2 of them. We didn't do them again. It was Hug Patrol. Showed every freaking receipt, and not $1 came to me. I sent people to a vetted 501c3 for Hug Patrol.
Yep.
So, I don't care about none of the rest. I don't care about her fucking threats. I have lived my whole life in fucking threats and have battled shit way fucking harder and bigger than fucking her.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I know what you mean. Believe me. I hear
I hadn't
you.
even heard you talk about her really for her to be all angry with you. Like you don't care enough to even talk about her. So I don't get why she.
Because she said back when our shit happened years ago, she said that I went on a fucking tour and got sympathy and gifts and I made money off of her. She could kiss my ass with that stupid shit. All I see is shit coming full fucking circle is what I see. Full circle. You know what I did? I stopped and took a look at myself. You want world peace? Mother Teresa said to start in your own home.
Yep.
Your own family. You want world peace? Love your family.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing.
And don't put them in danger by telling people to pull up. You know? It's crazy. Crazy. But Tech, I appreciate it.
Like I said, I just mainly wanted to touch base with that. I hate when people go real life. They would be thinking they'd be calling Social Security. Look, it's already been done to me. You know what I'm saying? I handle my shit, and I don't have to go on live to tell y'all I've been doxxed. This one they called my kid's mom, saying I got my kid in the fucking thing. So I had a baby mama call me up, and yes, I call her baby mama. She calls me baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? We have she's done shit, and I'm hoping she's doing right. But I'll mother effer in one breath and help her in the other.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's just. But yeah, I had a live the other day because I see a lot of this the heat's on for her right now, right? Yep. So I had a live. I did a live on my YouTube probably 2 months ago, and I did a process, and I shared that YouTube video, and I went live and just listened to it and responded to it again, and that opened up a can of worms, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I'm seeing the similarities of some shit.
Yep. Behaviors, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But prayers to everybody who's going struggles. I didn't even take a nap. I'm getting ready to go lay down. I feel better now. Thank you.
Bye, Tech.
I'm driving to work. Thanks, Scammy.
Thanks, Breeze. Well, again, there's more people than Scam and I now that have questions about all this, right? A lot of people. And the only way any of this stuff the only way any of this stuff will get cleared up is by people coming forward and showing everything. Okay, okay. I just got proof that indeed it does look like Pam asked Sunshine for her ID to be used. For one of those
I thought that Pam said that Sunshine volunteered to do that. I thought she said that she never Pam said that she never asked Sunshine, that Sunshine volunteered.
I mean, I have text messages here and it sure as heck has, Sunshine's ID. She's obviously redacted all the personal information, but she definitely sent it to Pam.
Does it show though whether that Pam asked for it? Because I guess that was a whole thing that Pam was saying. I never asked for it. I never asked for it. She volunteered. She voluntarily gave me all that information. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it has a date on it of June 6th. It doesn't have it doesn't have any prior messages
Hmm. Okay.
before that. So Sunshine, if you're listening, is it possible for you to add any of the text messages prior to you sending those? I mean, I see you sent it, and I mean, it's not like I wouldn't just all of a sudden send my license to scam pictures of the front and back
No.
for just out of the blue. So there had to have been something that led up to it, right? I mean, you don't just do that. So there obviously was some type of a conversation prior to that.
I
So
guess I shouldn't have sent you mine, huh, Scammy?
you know what? I bought a house with it.
Oh.
That's the
That
million
means
dollar
I get to
one.
move in because now I'm part of that.
Hmm. You know, everybody is so like Sean and Snark is so interested in my fucking house. I'll tell you, it's kind of weird. We got this house. When we got it, the woman that lived here wanted to sell it. Her husband had passed. Her child was older. She was living in this huge house. She just wanted to unload it. So we were able to get an unbelievable deal on it, and it was when housing was very, buying houses and the interest rate was really good for buyers. So we bought it, and we bought it specifically because there's an in-law on it. And we knew eventually one of our parents, two of our parents would be living in there, Um, and, if that didn't happen, we knew that we could use the apartment as income, which is why we were able to buy it also, because the income from the in-law apartment pays for most of the mortgage. So that's called a good business decision. That's called a good investment. People wanted to question, oh, well, how does she have $1 million? We didn't pay $1 million for a house. We paid much lower than that, knowing that housing prices were going to go up, knowing that where I live, the price of this house was very low, very low. And we were able to get this for such a deal. The fact that the estimate of this house is that high, that's what we thought would happen, which is why we bought it. So Snark, if you would like some lessons on investing in real estate, you could talk to me. You could talk to Farrell Tracy, one of my mods who is a real estate broker. They might be able to help you out with that.
Someone named Sassy Pants is asking for the box for a
Yep.
second. Oh, there they are.
Welcome in, Sassy Pants.
Hey, I have a quick question. On the Snark lady, that she's the one that raises that money for Gaza, Palestine people, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does she use a CA called Free Palestine 1992?
I don't know what her Cash App is, because on the two GoFundMe's,
Uh,
it goes to a gentleman. It doesn't go. How can I say? It
okay.
doesn't go to her.
Okay.
But I haven't checked it. Can you, somebody who has Cash App? What do you think? What do you think it is? Free Palestine 19 what?
92.
If somebody has Cash App available, can you check that? Because
Oh,
usually it'll have a Cash App and then the person's name will also be next to it.
oh, okay.
But
Does okay.
that's a good way to that's a good way to check it. I can't do it because my
Okay.
Cash App is on my phone and
Oh
that's what
no,
I'm streaming
I can
on.
do that. I didn't realize that. I don't use it that often, so I didn't know that. So, but does Catherine Nadine sound familiar to you at all, or to either of you ladies?
All right, now I don't know that person.
Doesn't
Okay.
sound familiar to me.
No.
Sorry.
Okay. No, I was just curious. I just seen that this we're checking into this one lady. Her nickname is Fuck Around Find Out, FAFO. And it's awful funny that one of the 5 cash apps was Free Palestine and Love to Travel. Just off the wall, sort of weird
Hey,
names
Sassy, take a look at the chat. What Sarah Miller said,
to a
and
Megan
don't
Bosley.
say the person's name.
Wow. Oh my God. This is getting weirder and weirder. This whole investigation, it's just mind boggling because this
Wow.
person is harassing people and took a lot of money from people. So if you see a name, FAO, I'm just putting it short, stay away from them because that they're not good people. I mean, they're it it it's
Is
just
it
like,
is it people?
huh?
Is it people who say they're collecting for something, or is it a beggar around
Yeah.
here?
Yes. Supposedly, this lady says this FAFO says she's African American,
Okay.
but a friend of hers that is white lost her job because of a creator on her doxed her and called the lady's work and got her fired. So this lady was collecting money to help her pay her bills. And we all knew this one creator that was doxing everyone, that it's gone very vile. She's just doxing like everyone and anyone, and going like to the jugular type thing with
Yeah.
with everyone. They're not afraid to call employment and get you fired and everything. So we, some people thought it was true. I've already had this person blocked for whatever reason. I don't know why I had her blocked, but come to find out that people are giving almost $1,000 to this lady
Wow.
to help pay her bills because she got the way she got fired, supposedly got fired. But then it's coming around that we don't even think this person is the person they're saying they are. And it's almost coming back that the person that supposedly got fired is actually FAFO.
Ah.
But then there's other names that keep coming up, like that Megan name, and
Ah.
it's getting weirder and
You
weirder.
know what you
And
need to do? You need to tape a huge piece of white paper to your wall and start writing names down and drawing lines to who they're connected to, different names
right,
they've used, and take a step back and
right,
see what makes sense. Because
right.
that sounds like a huge rabbit hole.
It is. And I accidentally fell into it, helping another creator, because a couple close of my friends are being harassed by this person, so they're only trusting me with certain information, that I'm having to redact and everything to send to the person that was originally doing the vet investigation.
Wow.
So it's like every day we talk, both of us come up with like a whole bunch of other weird stuff. Like it's just crazy. So I remember hearing you guys talk about, Gaza and Palestine, and I was like, then when I seen that CA, I was like, oh, I'm wondering if it and has any connection. I might as well ask her just in case, because this app, you never know.
Yeah. Usually, if you go to Cash App and you put in somebody's Cash App tag, um, you have to use your name for it.
Right.
So you can see who the owner of that that is. Now, on the GoFundMe's that Pam had, it had a GoFundMe and then it would say at like Bilal something or other. I don't know if that was used just so if he got, if he received a donation on the GoFundMe, it would kind of categorize it as what it was for. So when Pam would look at her PayPal, she could see, oh, this money came in for Bilal, from the GoFundMe. I don't know because I don't really use Cash App that
Right.
much, but or PayPal, same thing. I mean, you can categorize, different payments you receive and all that. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they all work, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it is hers though.
Okay. Well, if anyone here in your chat happens to hear anything or know anything about FAFO, please message me. And if you want to stay anonymous, I swear you'll never get out. But because I know she's been around on the app for a while and that, but like I said, I had her blocked and I don't even know why I had her blocked. So she must have said or done something for me to block because I don't block that often. So, I don't know. But I appreciate it though.
No problem. And if I hear anything,
just let me know. I appreciate you both.
Hey,
Have
thanks,
a great
Steph.
day. Thank you.
So you recognize my previous name? It's Woody. And it used to be Catherine on this account, and everybody now knows it. But fuck around and find out. It's probably Abby, and she's innocent. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, I don't know. I maybe it's another FAFO.
Probably.
I don't really know.
You need to show the if she has a chance, show the accounts like photo or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but please. It's not. Look there were a lot of people that were contributing to that whole thing for a long time.
For who?
To Pam.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we're talking about, even. See, I'm afraid to say names because I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. But a lot of people, it's got to be a different. I'm sorry, I'm reading messages too. There's a lot of people, including Dora and everybody else that were involved with them, were donating to it, and maybe now feel uncomfortable having their names said out loud because they maybe realize that this might not be on the up and up. So I'm a little worried about them because they were doing what they thought was right at that time.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that have sent money for this and now realize shit. What was my money going for? And again, I think that when you are on this app, right, and you are collecting funds, you are collecting funds for whatever cause you are doing. I think I think you need to show those receipts on how much you've collected. I mean, you're asking people who only know you from an app to give money, and they are expecting that what you're saying is on the up and up. And to me, if there's ever any questions about it, you really should show it for everybody, because had that happened 2 months ago, with Pam showing that, nobody would even be talking about it today.
Nope.
Scammy, sorry to interrupt, but someone in the comments said Sunshine said that she sent you screen recording of the messages and to read the body of the email too.
Kimmy, can you ask her, can I read the email and play the screen recording, or is that for my ears and eyes only? Because I don't want to put any information out unless she gives me permission to do it.
Right. Oh, sorry, that wasn't for you. That was for somebody else. Sorry. I'm actually live streaming you still.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You don't need to ask. I mean, I appreciate the heads up, but I don't care if people live stream.
I just think the more people find out and know, the better off we are.
Absolutely. And
I have a history with her now, and I feel like this. I worry about her. She's clearly has been taken. My opinion, in just my opinion only, she's been taken advantage of. She's gotten into such a serious situation that maybe she's being threatened, and I worry about that.
And that could very well be the case. I mean, I remember 2 months ago when we did this live that we're going to show tonight. Scam even brought that up, saying, I wonder if Pam got sucked into something that's so much bigger than what she even thought, and whether or not, she got scammed by these people and is now in trouble and doesn't know how to get out of it.
Absolutely, like very,
They're a
similar
scary
to a
group.
romance scam type of situation.
Except that it's linked to some serious situations like
Yep.
the H,
Yeah,
Yep.
allegedly.
allegedly.
Right.
But I mean, so like I kept putting it in your chat, like somebody actually came into my live for the first time ever this morning, and I do a simple live about my sobriety and everything, and just a chill live, but they were in there totally trolling me and sending some really nasty messages and wanting me to give my opinion about Israel and they only asked about Israel.
Yep. Of course. Right.
And I'm thinking in my head, like, read the room. That's not right. What's going on right now. And then somebody actually had to say, stop it. And then I didn't block them, but I felt like, is this your main I'm sorry, my ADHD, I'm on some high steroids. By the way, I'm feeling better. Is this your main, or do you have another account you use? No, this is not my main, Nikki. I'm Witty Woomba. And I was going to keep this quiet, but I was worried that people were going to associate Abby with fuck around and find out. So that's the only reason I came in. I kind of went out and I was like, oh shit. I'm actually live right now talking about this. But I was like, oh shit, now they know my backup account on the iPad. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm not gonna let her go down for it.
Right.
That's not her. But anyways, thanks for letting me come in.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Whit.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Bye.
Somebody asked, is that a dolphin? No, this is an orca, because when I started bringing questions regarding snark to my platform, she said that I looked like Shamu. So she was calling me Scammyclaus. So one of my very decent friends decided that it would make me some memes. So that's me with the chickens. What else do I have? Do I have the one that says body shame this? Oh, I don't have that one up here. But yeah, so I have, there's a couple. There we go. So yeah, I, took my new nickname and I ran with it. So Scammyclaus. But, so I'm going to get off here in a little while, because my son does have a football game coming up, and Scam and I will be back on 9:00 Eastern tonight to replay the live that we had regarding Snark back at the beginning of July, when myself and Snark and Breezy and Tracy and a couple other people put some information together that just was not making sense. We will do that tonight, 9 Eastern time, and we will put that information out so everybody that missed it can hear it. Welcome in, sir. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Can everybody hear me okay?
We hear you great.
Yes.
Okay. Since Scam's in the box, I just wanted to come up and give a brief of what's going on. I don't know how many people are familiar with Chad Michael Ritter. He goes by Chad Ritter 1 on this app. A few months ago, Scam asked me to do a verification if he was in the military, because he claims he served in every branch, and he was never in the military. But over the last week, Chad's been threatening me really hard. And I just got the probable cause statement today from Crawford County DA. Chad has been charged with numerous harassing and, let's see here, what else? Tampering with judicial officers, harassment, stalking. So if anybody watches Chad, stay away from him. I just wanted to put that out there, because he is a dangerous man. and I'm sure Scam can attest to a lot of this.
Absolutely. So yeah, thank you, Guardians of Valor. Guardians had sent me some of the messages that he had received. I had also been receiving threatening messages from him for quite a while, and it was all just because I had posted some of his restreams on my YouTube, and he made a lot of veiled threats, and he would send me rambling, like pages long emails and messages on TikTok, saying, making all kinds of allegations, saying I was putting him in danger in some way, like it was, and making threats. And I reported all of his messages to TikTok. I don't have all of his messages on TikTok because his account, I think, was discontinued now. I don't think it's there anymore unless I'm wrong. But yeah, it was Chad Ritter
He does
1.
have another one back up.
Okay. If you could tell me what that one is, because I do want to keep an eye on it. Yeah, his
It's
name is
Chad
Chad
Ritter,
Ritter.
1974.
Okay, let me write that down. Um, I do have a playlist for him on my YouTube if you want to check out who he is. I had not been posting his more recent live streams, and it wasn't because of him asking me to like take it down or not post him. It was because he would just go live and show these random screenshots and not say anything. Like, and a lot of it was like political type of things and weird conspiracy theories that he would just post on the screen and not say anything for like 30 minutes. So I didn't post any of those on my
Eat.
YouTube, but this is a guy who, like, he has claimed that he like co-founded Amazon, and he what other stuff, like an
Apple
Microsoft,
phones,
yeah, Bill Gates, that
all
he's
the Navy's
contributed
weapon
millions of
systems.
dollars to all these things, and now he claims he's a victim because he's a veteran, and the government somehow conspired to steal all of his benefits away and his property away and all of his money away. Like, yeah, he said he's worked for the FBI, the CIA, he's been in the
Secret
military,
Service.
Secret Service, right, yeah, like it's just a
Damn, what
bunch
a
of,
resume he's got.
yeah, it's a bunch
No,
of
it's
wild stuff that, like, there's no way that anybody could accomplish all these different things that he claims, like, in his lifetime at all. And it's a bunch of
no.
it's. So if you want to look, I mean, I have a playlist with some of his ramblings on my YouTube, and but
That would be a good rabbit hole. I mean, with you having all those videos there, that would be
yeah.
something that I'll definitely look into.
Yeah, Guardians actually wanted to see if you and I, Scammy, could still possibly, even though he's not been live for a while and he's not doing much right now, if we could actually do a live and just warn people about him, because he does have a new account and he does beg for money. Okay, he, I think, is living, like, he claims to be living out of a truck somewhere, and he's constantly begging for money because he said that the government and has stolen everything from him and everything else. So um,
Yeah, he was spotted in Dent County, Missouri on Friday. Major Bibbins with the Dent County Sheriff's dispatched several units, but he evaded them. So he's somewhere between Crawford and Dent County, Missouri, and and they're pursuing him hard. But he is an excellent woodsman, and he can survive in caves, and he's been doing it for years. Just to give you an idea how dangerous he is, he kidnapped one of his former employers from Do Run and took him in the middle of the woods, stripped him naked, and held him there for a couple of days at gunpoint. A
mm,
Q point, sorry. He's really off his rocker, and I've been on the phone with Major Bibbins, Sheriff Wells, and Matt Atkins, who's a detective in Crawford County, and we're putting all these pieces together. And he was finally charged. I got the probable cause statement today, and he's a lieu of charges. But he was on TikTok the other day, so he's still actively on TikTok. So if we can get the word out, I'm hoping to prevent. And he mainly
Yeah,
targets
stay away
women.
from this guy,
And
man.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna make sure I'm following that new account. And like I said, because his other account was taken down, I think he blocked me. I don't know if I can get access to all the TikTok messages he sent me, but he also sent me at least probably 30 or 40 emails, also rambling
yeah,
emails with veiled threats, strewn throughout them. And I have all those. And let me tell you, I've never replied back to him. Like, I've never replied back to any of his emails or his messages. He just keeps sending them over and over and over and over, and I don't reply to any of them, and I never have. Like, it's insane.
yeah. He's been messaging me on Facebook now for 8 days straight, and each message is a novel.
Mm.
It's it's
I've
like
seen your posts,
it'll take
Guardian.
50.
I've seen the posts that you've done where you showed the messages. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he's off the rocker, but he is capable of what he says he can do to people. So it's important that I tried going live. It's not for me. I just can't do it. So if you two could, I'll send the both of you everything I have in an email. That way you guys can have all the inside information that I have, and maybe you guys can orchestrate a live just to bring some awareness to him.
Well, only if you are here and you are, answering the questions because, you're the
Oh,
one
I'll be
that
here.
has been working on it. I think you do fine on your
Yeah,
lives. I don't know why you don't want to
I
go live.
I'm not comfortable. I really,
Okay.
it's a personal thing, I guess. It just
Scam, this
I
is a
don't know.
live
I
you
find
should do because you know of him. You know of Mr. Ritter. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I'll just have to. What I would like to do is go back through some of his old videos, and I can compile maybe some clips of some of the typical things that he's been saying and doing. His various ramblings and allegations, like, because some of his lives go on for an hour or two, and I don't want to have to play that, but I can maybe just compile some clips just to give people a synopsis of the type of things that he claims, the type of things that he asks for, and then we could go into the things that he's doing here on the back end, this threatening of myself and of Guardians of Valor and some of the other things that Guardians has found out about his past as well, and what's going on legally
yeah,
now.
his criminal history is unbelievable. I mean, it's 8 pages, and
Mm.
on each page there's like 15 charges. So, but yeah, I'll get everything over to you, ladies, and we can organize a live, and I'll definitely be in there. But like I said, I don't want any poor women to stumble into his live thinking that he's truly homeless and start sending him money and him get his hooks in you because he's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely is.
that's a good warning. And when a former
Yeah,
when a former lifelong military person is giving you a warning to stay away from somebody, stay away from them.
yeah, he's dangerous, and his whole family has all restraining orders on him.
Mm.
His children, his son. I'm not going to give any. His son graduated from the Air Force Academy. Chad showed up at the base, and instead of watching his son graduate, Chad was trying to break into secured areas on the base. Thank God the Air Force Patrol
Father
or
of the
whatever
year.
they call them in the yeah, and they caught him, and they instead of arresting him, they just kicked him off base. I don't understand that one, but
Wow.
that's the type of guy he is. He's looking for all those top secret paperwork they stole from him.
Sounds like it.
So, but okay, I won't hold you up your live anymore. I'll send all you ladies both all the information, and you can put it all together.
Thank you, Guardians.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
all
letting
that
me
you
up.
do.
Bye bye.
No, I appreciate your guys' help too. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy is very, very dangerous.
yeah.
And like I said, I have never replied to any of his messages, but he just kept sending them over and over and over again. Really wild stuff. Like, I didn't even read a lot of them, but it's just ramblings of a madman.
Yeah.
And I'm just being frank. It really is. And that's how a
Well,
bunch of his recent lives were. he would just put a bunch of words on the screen with a bunch of like ramblings, something about the government, something Epstein Island, something this and that. Like it was just like a bunch of like wild stuff. And he wouldn't say anything. He would just put all these different screenshots up of different ramblings and like random pictures of politicians and people and not say a word and just like do that for anywhere from like 20 minutes to an hour. So I didn't even post any of those live streams.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I'm
wild.
gonna look into definitely.
Yeah.
I'll be taking a little bit of a rabbit hole dive with him. But yeah, that's a live you should have on yours since you have, you know, information about him. I
Oh
don't.
yeah.
I don't really know anything about
Yeah, I definitely have I have a couple of months worth of his restreams on my YouTube, so I can go back through those and pull some clips for sure.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to get off here because I have some stuff to do before the game. So, listen, 9 o'clock tonight, Scam and I will be back on my platform here, and we will rerun the live. I will redact some of the information I got today. I want to get some clarification on whether or not I can play the screen recording that was sent to me. You know, I don't want to show that without permission. So we will do that later on tonight. Other than that, I would like to thank all my mods, as usual, for being so wonderful and keeping things very nice and respectful in the chat. Scam, as usual, love it when you come in. Thank you so much. And everybody else that had wonderful questions and added into the conversation today, thank you so much. And I will see you guys tonight, 9 Eastern time. Take care.
I was asking for the name again. It was Chad Ritter. Chad Ritter.
1972, was it?
1974. Chad Ritter 1974 is his new account.
Okay. Thanks, Scam. Bye, guys.
Yep.